Come on, lower, girls. Touch those toes. They're chubby. Those toes are chubby. Side, 2, 3. Move your head. 4. Come on. Side, side, and relax. Give yourself a clap. You look fabulous today.
Laura, are you going to go with your mother today when she gets her final decree?
Yeah, I was planning to. Why?
Well, I just wanted to make sure. I know that this is going to be really rough on her, and I just think she could use all the moral support she can get.
Don't worry, Amy. I know what my mother's going through, and I don't plan to let her down.
No, I know that you won't.
What kind of a mood did she seem to be in this morning?
Well, she put up a real brave front, but she's very upset.
I'm not surprised. I don't care what she says. She still loves Rick. Divorce or no divorce.
For the life of me, I can't understand how any woman could turn away from a man if she really loved him that much.
You think she doesn't?
I just can't understand how she could do it. Believe me, when I fall in love, there'll be no turning back for me.
Yeah, well, that's fine for now, but you're still at the romantic stage. That'll change in time.
I hope not. I've made a lot of plans for when I fall in love.
Doesn't matter how much you plan, Amy. You just can't draw up blueprints for things like that. I mean, life never turns out the way you expect it to.
I think it all depends on the individual.
Amy, come on. We gotta get changed. We're never gonna get to work.
Oh, you're right. I'll see you later.
Bye.
If you need any help with anything, would you
Thanks.
just let me know?
Yeah,
okay?
sure. I'm sure I'll manage. I suppose you're feeling very proud of yourself for what you did yesterday.
Not particularly, no.
How could you? You tricked me.
I had to do it, Laura.
You planned that whole thing.
Yeah?
You let the air out of Scotty's tires, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll cop to that childish prank because I needed to do it. It gave me the time alone on the sailboat that I needed.
To prove what?
That you care for me. That you can't go to Scotty or Lee Baldwin or anybody with the whole truth without also telling them that you love me.
I don't love you.
You want me.
That isn't love. I love my husband and I don't want anything to happen to my marriage. I'm so confused. I'm scared. I'm scared because I found out I have this terrible need for you and it's sick.
It's not sick. Look, I don't care what you call it, but you can't deny it anymore.
I'm not trying to deny it. I'm trying to live with it. Don't you know how painful that is?
Oh, I know. I know. I've been living with that pain for a long time.
Yeah, Brian, when I opened up the trunk and I saw that the spare tire was flat, too, I could not believe it. I was so mad.
Well, at least you're laughing about it now. You couldn't do that yesterday.
Because everything was happening at once. I mean, the tire, the spare tire, the lug nut wrench was missing. I mean, I just wanted to get down on the boat, and I wanted to be with Laura.
Well, my friend, I hope you don't have many days like that. Boy, we sure had fun, all of us there sailing. You had fun, didn't you?
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry the trip was so short, though.
Hey, look, Laura didn't feel well. We all understood.
I didn't understand, Brian. I mean, I was really having a good time, and then she goes and gets a headache. Women and headaches.
Well, it might have been she was thinking about this morning. And dreading it.
This morning? Oh, yeah. Leslie picking up the final divorce papers.
That can't be much fun for any of them.
Well, now, isn't that just perfect timing? Your breakfast is all ready, and all you've got to do is just sit down and enjoy it.
Oh, and I have absolutely no appetite. I feel very guilty saying that to you when you've obviously gone to so much trouble.
Now, that's all right, Dr. Weber, but now I think that you ought to try to eat just a little something. It would really make you feel better.
I think I'm past the point of being helped by food. But I will try.
Oh, I'll get it.
No, that's all right. I'll get it. It's probably Howard who's giving me a ride this morning.
Okay, now I'll get you some tea, but now, I want you not to let your breakfast get cold.
All right.
Morning.
What are you doing here?
I had to see you before the divorce becomes final this morning.
Come in.
Thank you.
Oh, Dr. Weber, I didn't know that
Morning,
you...
Alice.
Well, I have fixed some tea if you'd...
Yes, that'll be fine. I'd love a cup. Thank you.
I'll get you a cup.
Well, I guess she was as surprised to see you as I am.
I hope you're not upset by my being here. I just had to come by and
Why?
to make sure that you were all right and that you can get through this thing today. I have feelings.
I see. Well, should be very uncomplicated, according to Howard. I go over to the courthouse and they give me a document that says I'm a free woman again. It's so simple, even a child could do it, and often they do.
Well, can I give you a ride down?
No, thank you. Howard is coming to pick me up.
Oh,
Here's your tea, Dr. Weber.
thank you very much.
Can I fix you some breakfast, too?
Oh, please don't get in trouble.
Just tell me what you'd like.
Scrambled eggs, whole wheat toast, something.
Right away. I'll just take this and warm it up for you so that the two of you can have breakfast together.
She loves to cook for you.
Well, there are a lot of things I miss not being here.
Well, tell me, have you found an office for the clinic yet?
No, Monica and I have been looking, but we haven't found anything yet.
Well, good luck to you. I mean, the two of you.
Leslie, Monica and I aren't... She's not free yet.
Free. Isn't that funny? Did you ever notice how people always use that word? I mean, whenever somebody gets a divorce, somebody is always saying, well, gee, you're free again, as if you've been in prison or something.
Being married to you was never like being in prison.
You don't have to say those things, Rick.
I say them because I mean them.
Well, I understand that, but thank you. But what I mean is you do not have to worry about me. I'm fine.
Leslie, I'm very sorry.
Don't. Please.
How's Laura?
She's fine. There's that word again. I can't seem to think of any other word. I'm fine. Laura's fine. Everything's fine.
Here.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's my fault. I made you cry.
It's all right.
Laura, about yesterday on the boat.
Please, I don't want to talk about that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but we have to.
I'm so ashamed. I'm embarrassed. I wanted you. I love my husband. I love Scotty. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life being faithful to him. And that means I don't ever want to be alone with you again.
It's kind of a cheap way to be faithful, isn't it? Just make sure you're never tempted.
Whatever made me think I could go to Scotty and Lee with the truth? Lou, what's going to happen?
I will try to stay away from you.
Maybe that'll help.
I can't imagine being married to any woman but you, Laura. What the hell have you done to me?
Well, you ate it all, so I guess it must have been all right.
It wasn't all right. It was great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was delicious. I even ate mine, and I wasn't even hungry.
Dear, it just feels so good to be making breakfast again for the two of you.
Alice, does it upset you me being here?
No, sir. No, sir. Of course not. I'm sorry. This is my day to go to the sanitarium to see Heather, and I guess I'm just more emotional at times like this.
Well, I don't wonder.
Well, anyway, I better get the dishes washed.
Lives do get complicated, don't they?
I don't know if they get complicated or if they just start off complicated.
Leslie, One of the main reasons I'm here today is because I want to explain how I feel about something. One of the most important factors in my letting you get a divorce is my son. I probably feel more responsible and have a bigger responsibility to him than even to you. Or my need for Monica.
Your need for Monica.
Love.
Thank you for being honest.
Leslie.
Gee, you know, I'm absolutely terrified about going to pick up that final decree today.
Well, a couple minutes ago, you said it was next to nothing.
I lied. I was putting up a good front. I'm not brave. You should have known better than to believe me.
I never meant to betray you like this, not ever.
You didn't betray me. Us, maybe. Our marriage, maybe.
I like to put my arms around you, just hold you and try to
Don't
comfort you.
do that! Don't you understand that the more nice and kind and loving and gentle things you say to me, the harder it's going to be for me to go down to the courthouse and pick up a final divorce decree from you when you just don't say anything more. Just leave me alone!
So this is where you ran to.
You weren't supposed to follow me.
I didn't. I was on my way home.
Oh, well, then keep going.
No. I'm glad I saw you. You walked out on me without giving me a chance to tell you how I feel about things, and that's like hanging up on somebody.
No, Laura, it's like being hung up on somebody.
Do I get to tell you what I want to say?
It's a free park. You could even sit down if you wanted to.
Thank you. I have to tell you this. I don't know whether I can talk to Scotty and Lee or not. Deep down inside, I feel that I have to. But I'm so afraid of doing it.
Why? What are you afraid of?
Maybe of facing the truth myself before I start telling it to other people. Luke, I lay awake all last night wondering.
Wondering what?
Whether it was really rape. Maybe I was just as much at fault that night as you were. Maybe I really did want you to make love to me on some subconscious level. I don't know. But those are questions that I have to answer for myself.
I want them answered for me, too, Laura.
All I can tell you is what happened between us yesterday affected me more deeply than I can possibly say.
Well, it affected me very deeply, too. Very deeply. And I don't know what to say about that.
No. I wanted you just as much as you wanted
Laura.
me. No. Look, don't stop me, all right? Or it'll never get said. I thought the door to that cabin was jammed, and so help me God, I wanted you to make love to me then and there. Please, stay away from me, please. I have so many feelings. Right now, I just can't handle it.
Oh, I understand that. I understand having feelings.
I still love my husband, and I still want to stay married to him. You and I weren't meant to be together, Luke. Your life is so foreign to me. I am begging you, please, stay away from me, okay? I'll stay away from you. You marry Jennifer. You make a life with her. Don't try to be any part of mine. Can you do that?
I don't know.
If you can't, or if you won't, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'll try. Believe me, I'll try. I promise you that. I don't want you to be miserable. I don't want that. At least now I know where I stand with you. Maybe that'll be enough for me.
It has to be.
You know, my mother always used to say that there are people who can make a banquet out of scraps. And it looks like maybe I'm just going to put that to the test. Maybe that's what I have to do with my life.
You will marry Jennifer?
Well, I don't think Mr. Smith's going to let me out of that one, do you?
It's more like you're marrying the organization.
Well, that's the name of the tune. I do have a dream. I dream it a lot. It's that you and I run away together.
No, Luke, that's a dream.
Hey.
Hey, Luke. How you doing?
Hi, Scott.
What are you doing here?
Hey,
We're
Luke.
gonna meet us for breakfast.
I'm really sorry. Richard ran the exercise class longer than usual. I hope you two went ahead and ate without me.
Oh, that's okay. I ate your share.
Yeah, I did that. Come on, let's get over to your mother's house.
Okay. See you later.
Okay. Would you tell your mother that I wish her good luck?
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye,
So
Luke.
long. Take care, you guys.
Hi, Luke.
Hi, Bobby.
Did I just see Laura and Scotty walking off?
Yeah.
And you're depressed.
No, I'm not depressed. Why should I be depressed? This is just your basic black mood.
I'm sorry. Looks like Elm Street struck out again.
No, you're wrong there, little sister. Elm Street finally won in extra innings. We won. Just a hollow victory, that's all.
Good morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning, Mrs. Grant. So what can we do for you?
Well, Jeff called me, asked me to come over, but I forgot to ask him where I'm supposed to meet him.
I think he's on 7. Let me call and find out.
Thank you, Miss Taylor.
So, how's Heather doing?
Well, there hasn't been any further news.
Yes, this is
I'm guessing that that's what Jeff wants to talk to me about.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay, thank you. Oh, never mind. I just...
Morning, Mom.
The elevator.
You're right on time.
Okay.
Well, hon, you sounded so serious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. I just wanted to talk to you before you took off for the sanitarium. Mom, I'd like to go up there with you, if it's all right.
Oh, I would really like that if you could.
Terrific. Listen, why don't we go over here and talk, okay?
Jeff, have you heard something that I haven't heard?
No, but I talked to Kendrickson this morning, and that's why I'd like to go along with you.
What is it?
Well, I want to discuss the advisability of trying to make a breakthrough with Heather by scheduling weekly visits with her. Unless, of course, Kendrickson thinks it would be harmful to her or would bring on some of those hysterics.
Jeff, you just don't know how hard I have prayed for this.
What, Mom?
You're changing your attitude about Heather. I mean, you want her to get well now so she can be a wife to you again, don't you?
Mom, I want Heather to get well for her own sake.
Yeah.
So she can start living a normal life again, of course. But, Mom, I also want her to get well so I can ask for a divorce. I want to marry Ann.
Rick is here. Dad,
Ellie, Laura, hi.
Hello, Rick.
what are you doing here?
I just stopped by for a few minutes. Thought I might be able to help in some way.
He offered to give me a ride to the courthouse, but I told him I didn't need help. I had Howard coming over, and here you two are. And would anybody like to sit down? We don't have to stand around here so awkwardly. We do still have to wait for Howard.
Well, listen, could I talk you out of a cup of coffee? I mean, I had a cup at Pop Snyder's, but that's no way to start the day.
Well, sure, if you don't mind making it for yourself. Mrs. Grant's gone off to see Heather today.
Oh, would you like a cup?
No, thanks.
Tea? Anything?
thanks.
Nothing?
Thanks.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure Howard will be here any minute, so I better go get the rest of my stuff.
Do you need any help?
Honey, if I can't get myself together at my age, I'm beyond help. Talk to your dad. I won't be long.
How are you?
Feeling very rotten, Laura. Would you like to comfort me?
Dad, I wish I could comfort both of you. You look so lost and so lonely.
Well, maybe because that's the way I feel right now.
I'm sorry. I know it must be as difficult for you today as it is for Mother.
I don't think it's a pleasant day for anybody.
Dad, you both seem to care so much, and yet you're going ahead with this. I mean, it just doesn't seem right. It's almost as if you're doing what's expected of you instead of what you really feel.
Laura, that's not the case. Now, I have a commitment with Monica and my son. I have to abide by that.
What about the commitment you made to my mother?
Been married to a lawyer for too long.
Dad, that's not an answer. Monica isn't even free to marry you.
She will be.
I don't understand how you can just stop loving someone. I've never understood that.
You don't... I didn't stop. It changed. I'll never forget the beautiful years that we spent together. During those years, there were some incredible moments with you. Howard.
What's that?
It's a get well present. Little dog of the hair that bit you.
Oh, who eats hot dogs in the morning?
Hungry people do, and kids on roller skates. Which are you?
Oh, I'm the kid on the roller coaster up and down, you know. Not bad.
You're right, it's not bad, it's probably terrible. Guaranteed not to have a nutritious ingredient in it. Eat up.
Yeah, well, the least you could have done is to get me a drink to wash it down with.
Ew.
Sloppy, lady.
Well, listen, the wagon's right over there. Help yourself.
Oh, no, they don't have what I need, thank you. Well, thank you for the, dog.
You're welcome. I was hoping it would cheer you up.
Cheer me up. Oh, Well, you gotta be the only person I know who would think a hot dog is cheerful. You're really not well, Barbara.
You know, it's the Elm Street kids together again. And if you want to know the truth, I'm really glad about everything that's happened. At least you're away from Laura now, and we're both right back where we belong.
Oh, baby, you would be a barrel of laughs on the Titanic.
Luke, you proved your point. The lady was seducible. Just remember, that's what you set out to prove, isn't it?
I guess so. Bobby, you know, that craziness that's been going on between me and Laura from the very first time I saw her, I don't really think I'm ever going to get over it. I'm afraid it's going to haunt me the rest of my life, and I can see it in her, too. I can see it in her eyes. I don't know where it's going to end.
It's going to end on Frank Smith's yacht when you say I do with Jennifer.
I don't know about that. When that day comes, maybe I'll just, pack up this circus of a life of mine, and maybe I'll just split town. Maybe I won't go through with it.
Don't say things like that, okay? Don't even think things like that. You're not getting out of this thing. Now, come on. You're not getting out of the organization, and you are not getting out of your marriage to Jennifer, and you know it.
I'm not going to get out of eating this hot dog.
That's right.
Well, I'm ready.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.